Good day to you, my fellow Virginians. My name is Robert E. Lee, and today my spirit has been stirred. In response to my statue to be removed from Charolettesville, Virginia, people have come from around the country to defend my honor and demand that my presence not be removed from your parks. I have watched these boys come out of their homes and drive via mechanical carriages down the concrete rivers to the kind and sleepy town in my home state. These boys came here claiming to speak for my legacy, claiming to defend and honor my legacy. I have watched as these boys have done so. And I can say to you with the greatest of convictions that if these are the only people remaining to defend my silhouettes of concrete and marble, then I demand that they be removed from all parts of this nation, lest my legacy continue to be tarnished any more by these boys. Because that is what they are, boys. Boys who look up to the statue of a man and believe if they simply defend the man and know his name, that they will be men themselves. Those who idolize a statue, but do not see the soul under the surface. Who have not read the history of what that man was and what he and the men he led fought blood, sweat, and tears for. Men such as us, we fought upon the battlefield with honor and conviction. For conviction without honor is the mockings of a child. Of boys who would shout blasphemy into the air for all children to hear. Of boys who would harass the clergy of God Almighty and blaspheme not only the Spirit of the Lord, but myself as well. Those who would take a mechanical carriage and slam it into the helpless civilians of my home state and then attempt to flee back to the Yankee province of Ohio. And then they take no responsibility. To those boys I have this to say. The men you idolize such as myself, we take full responsibility, without resentment and without anger. We do not take the life of a lady and then run away. We do not refuse to speak out against the heinous acts of those present under our charge. It is childish. It is pathetic. It is beneath you and those who came before you. And then you have the gall to claim to speak for men such as I. You do not. I end my message to the parents of the woman who lost their life in this cowardly act. These boys came here to defend my statue, and thus I bear responsibility for the loss of her life. I take that responsibility because that is what men do, and is something those who dishonor me in their childish refusal to take responsibility for the circumstances around her loss will never understand. So I must do so in her stead. As those that reared Miss Hayes, know that you should be proud of your daughter, and that her death in the face of this absolute buffoonery is an honor to the nation and to the legacy of men such as myself, for she stood for her convictions and exposed herself to harm. If you so wish, I believe that you, and with the help of others, should bring the government this message to remove my statues from the parks of this nation, so that she and I may rest in peace as the United States continues its march into the next century. May these boys learn to one day be men and take responsibility for those around them. The future of our nation depends upon it. With the kindest of regards, General Robert E. Lee.